Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwantner and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we have the pleasure of meeting three executives from Datasite.com. First we have Annie Smith.
Hi.
And Hillary Pryor.
Hello.
And Russ Walker. Why don't we start with Russ? Can you tell us a little bit about your project to support your sales team for working at home?
So at Datasite, Gerhard, we've got a very global sales organization, and a lot of what we do and the value we provide to our clients is high touch, high transaction, personal connections and relationships. We really like to be front and center and have in-person meetings, especially in our main hubs and centers where the financial institutions are located, like Hong Kong, New York, Chicago, Dallas, London, Paris, Frankfurt. And once COVID hit and we had to move to a remote working environment, work from home, a lot of our sellers have not been in that environment before. They're used to being in the office and having the ability to network, collaborate, and then go out in in-person meetings. So we determined that we need to provide some tools, some training, some guidelines, and some support to them to help them be successful throughout this COVID crisis, and also to help them better collaborate and communicate with their clients so that our clients know that we haven't left them. We're still here. Datasite is still operating, still supporting them every day, whether they're in the office or whether they're working from home as well. Our team just galvanized together over the course of Annie, Hillary, three or 4 days to build this remote toolkit.
Yes.
And put together a remote training session where we had over 200 people, I think, attend from our global sales and marketing organization, and it came together very well.
So Annie, can you walk us through what is in that work at home kit?
So in it, we have one section that's dedicated to the tools available to our sellers to use from a virtual standpoint. So for example, Microsoft Teams is our tool of choice to use video calls. So we had a step-by-step guide on how to use Teams and leverage that for interactions. Hillary and her team put together an awesome sales director demo library and resource library. So we're just trying to bring to the surface some of the resources that already exist. We had sellers who are seasoned in remote work share some best practices and tips for productivity.
So Hillary, when you translate a live presentation to a virtual presentation, what are the challenges that your salespeople are facing?
Getting that connection, finding creative ways to remain connected. There's some people, especially maybe those first couple of weeks, we're coming into week 4, where some of our clients were not up and running. So whether they were having some internet issues or just getting their sea legs under them to get to this new work from home experience. But I think our sellers have really come together, a lot of collaboration with each other around the globe to see what's working, what's not, getting some good ideas to just stay in front of them as much as we can.
Annie, can you share a little bit about the ongoing training that takes place in that kit?
As a supplement to the remote training toolkit, we've also been doing a series of live learning sessions on just various topics to help sellers use this time to just hone their selling skills, get up-to-date product knowledge, really, any topics that, they can use this time to really just kind of refine their skill set, industry insights. So we've been doing live calls, once or twice a week for the last several weeks, just to kind of expand their knowledge.
And Hillary, share a little bit about, you have a lot of energy and a lot of enthusiasm. How did you shift your mindset into crisis mode and deal with it?
The support of the team. We all had a common goal, and those were just keeping our sellers as productive as they can. So whether it is the toolkit that we created, whether it is the trainings that we have a couple of times a week, whether it's us just reaching out to them to just say, hey, how you doing today? Just to talk and make sure they're doing all right. I think we all just kind of got the wagons around and just wanted to just continue that strong momentum that our sales team has. And I think we've done a really good job at it.
And what was the reaction from the team when you delivered that kit and when you had over 230 people on that call?
I mean, just across the board, not just the toolkit, but the live learning in general. We've had high attendance on all the calls. And I think sellers are just, using this time to continue to be productive and continue to be successful, to prepare themselves to go back into the field when they can do that in person. In the meantime, using all the resources available to them to still be successful, as Russ mentioned, interacting with clients.
We had so much demand for this that we actually exceeded our seat count for a virtual conference tool. We had a waiting room of people that were trying to get into the call that we had to send a recording out to.
That's amazing. Well, it's a great example to me on how a company goes through a tremendous amount of changes that are really involving, your physical being, your emotional being, and your economic survival depends on adaptation. And based on what I hear in the market, you're doing remarkably well in this time.